Today we are going to cover all of the newest Winds and Waves leaks, guys. We finally are getting another little leak dump going on. More stuff has been coming out recently after a little bit of a dry spell. So today I'm here with my boy Jzard, and we're going to cover it all for you in this video. So basically everything you need to know as of recently. Let's just hop right into it. So Pokemon Winds and Waves leaks. It looks like the name of the new battle mechanic in Japanese is Netsu, which basically means fever or temperature or heat. And basically that all stems from the original Ball Guide tweet that we saw a couple of days ago with this corner on the top left that is representing the seed Pokemon with Netsu. The seed Pokemon idea is still in, and it is a major part of the plot. It'll essentially work as the third legendary. Champion is cool and initially antagonizes the player. We all think it's awesome that the seed Pokemon is in. We've had so many leaks and rumors about it maybe being scrapped, maybe it's still staying in the game because we didn't really hear much about it. Obviously, this all stems from the Terra League, guys. So this is all, the seed Pokemon is in the Terra League. It's all over the Terra League. It's one of the brand new Pokemon in the game, basically like the main Pokemon character, if that makes sense. So
if you look at the picture right here, all three of the legendary Pokemon on the bottom here are all representative of the battle gimmick of their respective games. So Eternatus, Gigantamax, Ultra Necrozma, Z moves, and then of course Terrapagos or Terastallization. So what if the seed Pokemon is actually representative the Winds and Waves battle gimmick, and as you raise the seed Pokemon, it ends up becoming the third legendary Pokemon of the game, just like the three legendaries in this picture are to the box legendaries of their respective games. I think that could make a lot of sense. And we can tell from that one picture that it seems like the Winds and Waves battle gimmick is going to be related to the weather, and you can see tornadoes and stuff in the picture there. And we've seen a ton of leaks in the Terra Leak as well as some other sources all saying that the battle gimmick will be related to the weather. So with all these things adding up, especially with Ball Guy tweeting this, I think it definitely should be related to the weather. Even the leaked locations that we saw with all the different labs for the Majin gimmick, it's got to be weather, man.
It seems like at first the seed Pokemon isn't going to really be anything insane, but maybe as we kind of play through the game and do all of the missions and the quests and stuff, it'll eventually evolve into something that is representative of that third legendary in some way. And finally, more news about the champion, bro. So the champion has been kind of like a mystery. I feel like this picture with the Blastoise could maybe be the champion, or maybe this is going to be like the enemy leader or something like that. Whoever this character is just seems like a very important person. So I don't know if that could be the champion, but this champion is cool, so this guy's outfit is definitely pretty swaggy in my opinion. But at first, the champion is not going to like us. Apparently, he's going to antagonize us in the beginning of the game.
And Central also says that there's going to be 3 friends, just like in Scarlet and Violet. One of them is going to be from Kanto, and then there's a big corporation behind the evil team, and also behind the labs related to the main gimmick. And they're also going to be hunting the seed Pokemon for their own goals, as it will allow them to control the weather, which is very interesting, man. I mean, it sounds like the classic Pokemon evil team. I don't think any team could ever stack up to how good Team Plasma was, but I think that sounds pretty cool, and I hope they give us some crazy depth just like Team Plasma had, because that would be sick, and we've definitely been missing that with the last few evil teams like Team Yell, Team Skull. Don't even get me started on those guys, man. Those guys suck.
What's interesting is one of the friends is apparently from the Kanto region, so I'm wondering if this could be some sort of like kind of 30th anniversary homage, just paying respects to the Kanto region, which we know Game Freak absolutely love to bring up Kanto in any way they possibly can. So we also have this brand new post talking more about the new evolution gimmick, how it's like related to heat. Netsu, of course, we already just covered that, but so this Netsu mechanic is definitely tied to some sort of like weather creation. But where it gets interesting, so the heat is driving force between the climate systems that could influence storms, winds, currents, evaporation, fire, and all that. So this might mean that Pokemon with this new evolution gimmick may be able to some sort of like generate or manipulate weather conditions themselves as part of the new mechanic, which seems really interesting. And now I'm not sure if there's going to be like completely new forms, like how Mega Evolutions have a completely new form. I think that'd be the way to go. If they had all brand new forms and then only like, I don't know, 30 to 50 Pokemon could access this new evolution, Netsu, Majin gimmick, whatever it's going to be actually called in the game. And those specific Pokemon can somehow like control the local weather conditions, either, you know, causing storms, causing a fire or something like that, creating electricity, a bunch of tornadoes or winds and stuff, to actually give them a boost in their stats and their abilities and stuff like that. And of course the VGCs will actually have Generation 10, you know, be the game that they use, at least I would assume so. So with that being said, it seems like this evolution gimmick would have some sort of competitive play factor to it, so I guess we'll have to see. And apparently Pokemon Horizons has been extended and will now continue to at least 2028. We'll likely visit the Generation 10 region, but the new anime series is planned for Gen 10 still, and this is apparently from Moot himself, which is very interesting, and that makes a lot of sense because it seems like the Horizon series is going to kind of tie in Pokopia, Generation 10, and just, you know, the Horizons all into one circle. Like, it's going to all make complete sense, and it's all going to connect to each other in some way. So eventually, when we do see Generation 10, it will be in the anime, which is going to be awesome. And of course, we've had so many leaks about one of the new characters featuring one of the brand new Pokemon for the Generation 10 region. That should be hopefully sooner than later. More information about the 3 friends in this game that we just covered earlier, saying one of them is native to that region of Generation 10 that's focused on stopping the land development and preserving the nature. Another one could be the heir of the major CEO that's unaware of how their family's business affects that region, a companion originally from Kanto, which we covered, and then one of the friends may also deal with long-term illness that becomes relevant to the story, which I do think we have heard before. The champion is said to be a heroic figure, but is aggressive towards the player at first when protecting that seed Pokemon. More about how, the corporation plays a role in the region's affairs. This is another new piece of information right here, though, that I have not covered yet, saying parts of the region have been restricted or sealed off after unexplained incidents with no official explanation given to the public. That makes me kind of think like, okay, so after a certain time in the storyline, we will unlock some specific areas in the map, just keeping it as open world still, but also like a progression based kind of game, which I actually like, rather than being able to explore everything at the very, very start of the game, at least as far as a Pokemon game goes, you know what I mean? And the themes are pointing towards, environmental struggle, corporate influence, and morally gray decisions. So it seems like the storyline is going to be more serious and not like dark, but definitely a little bit darker, it seems almost. I'm not 100% sure where all of this information came from originally, but I know that the Kanto one is from Ball Guy because he said one is from Kanto. And he also did claim that there are 3 friends. If I had to guess, I'm pretty sure this is all from Ball Guy potentially, which he's very reputable. Ball Guy is extremely reputable. Anytime Ball Guy posts, you gotta look at it. Like, you have to check it out, basically. What's interesting to me, though, is like, it seems like we're pulling in a lot of different, I guess, ideas from past games. We have like all the cast form Pokemon, which obviously are complete weather-based Pokemon. Control the Weather sounds like Team Agua and Magma again. And then, of course, Kanto again, which, yeah, Kanto it's definitely a Game Freak favorite, Game Freak classic there. So also for Art saying a theory here about the main thing of Winds and Waves is infinity, talking about how in many ways we've basically seen how the seed Pokemon is going to be able to evolve infinitely. So is the new seed Pokemon infinite energy, basically? Like, are people trying to get this Pokemon so it's just like pure infinite energy, which makes a lot of sense because heat, energy makes a lot of sense. The sun gives off energy, like solar power. I think the more leaks and theories and rumors that we are getting, we are starting to crack the case and figure out exactly what this game is gonna kind of be about. And like, of course, the seed Pokemon is so interesting to me. I need to find out more. Let me know your thoughts and your theories about the seed Pokemon and all this stuff with the evolution gimmick. I'm just happy that we're finally getting some more news and information and leaks. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I'd greatly appreciate it to help reach my goal of 50k subs. Let's see if we can hit our goal of 10 subscribers during this video. If you are really watching this far in the video, comment down below your favorite flavor of cake of all time. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Someone